day there will be a little city in space, being that dreams fulfill. The earth will have a different face. One day there will be a little city in space. People there will see the earth's a very little place. We'll build a city piece by piece, pull it all together into one. A city going round the earth while the earth goes around the sun. One day there will be a little city in space. Oh, that every great nation will help us to build a space station. We'll be planning and manning it soon, our city in space.
You know exactly what you're here for. Mr. Dave Stenshoel affected all of your lives as he did ours, and many, many others who probably can't be here today. So you're going to hear from lots of different people. You're going to hear lots of incredible music here today. If you need a drink, we'd be happy to help you with that right here at the bar. If you need a bathroom, the other side of this wall, there are bathrooms and other places in the building. Don't be shy of going to search for a bathroom. There are more than just two. We are so lucky that Mother Nature cooperated with us. If we had been here yesterday, we might have been feeling a little differently and dressed a little differently. So I hope you're here for the whole day and here to enjoy an incredible celebration for the special man that we lost last month. So I'm going to introduce one of his best friends and collaborators. Mr. Drew here is going to talk to you here.
Hello, everyone. So the last conversation I had with David was talking about what we're doing here today. I said, David, this is a fundraiser. He said, no, this is my memorial. David wanted to bring together all the different tribes, all the different groups of musicians that he's played all sorts of music with over the years, and bring it all together on one stage. And thanks so much to Celtic Junction, Chris Freimeyer on the sound. We've got Pete McCauley and the crew running video. David wanted this event to be streamed. It's streaming on YouTube, and you can get the link there from boiledandlead.com. It should be available afterwards. And as I said, David designed this show. This is what David wanted, and thank you all for being here. We will send his spirit soaring. And we're going to start with Kari Tauring.
Jo one shallow in the fella klump. Soon dooden dooden doodly dooden. They me rocks the cooler a top fast dump. Soon dooden doodly day yo. Oh inge slipstans och nirk och knål. Soon dooden dooden doodly dooden. They me rocks the cooler a top fast stål. Soon dooden doodly day yo. Och dale koppen sulle men såre dule fulle dem sure dooden dooden doodly dooden. They dale koppen sure dem stora hooven sulle doodly day yo. He played the fiddle with magic strings. Soon dooden dooden doodly dooden do for drinks and tips and those kinds of things. Soon dooden doodly day yo. He played the beat and the rhythm right. Soon dooden dooden doodly doo doo doo, so we could dance us till broad daylight. Soon dooden doodly day yo. Oh dala koppen sulle dem stora hooven hulle dem soon dooden dooden doodly dooden day. Dala koppen sulle dem stora hooven hulle dem soon dooden doodly day yo. Oh dala koppen sulle dem stora hooven hulle dem soon dooden dooden doodly dooden day. Dala koppen sulle dem stora hooven a soon doon doodly day yo. So at least that's what I've heard.
That was lovely, Kari, thank you. But we will start with a tune. A bunch of us were out not very long ago to play some music with Dave. He requested I get together some people to play some Western swing. And so we went out there and to their home and played, and Dave sang this song, which amazed me because I'm going to have to read the words because his mind was sharper than mine is right now. But he said he sang this one back in his days with the Radio Rangers. So we got Tom Schaefer on the violin, Joe Savage on the pedal steel, Brian Barnes on guitar, Eric Willistall on bass, and Joe Steinger on the drums. I'm Dan Newton. A little tune called Wahoo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me a horse, this great big horse, and give me a buckaroo, and let me wahoo, wahoo, wahoo. Give me a wrench, big pair of pants, give me a Stetson too, and let me wahoo, wahoo, wahoo. Give me those wide open spaces. I'm just like a prairie flower, growing wilder and wilder. Give me a moon, a prairie moon, and give me a gal what's true, and let me wahoo, 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 wahoo from Joe. But I can wahoo, wahoo, wahoo. And I never could dance, cause when I dance I ruin the ladies' shoes. And I can wahoo, wahoo, wahoo. It's just a gift from the prairie. Shout it with abandoned jigs. Very good for common pigs. Never could speak a word of Greek, and I never knew. But I can wahoo, wahoo, wahoo. Play one there, Brian. Yeah. it up here. Well, what did Miss Cleopatra say to Anthony when they met? She hollered, wahoo, wahoo, wahoo. And what did the Roman Romeo say to the Juliet? He hollered, wahoo, wahoo, wahoo. It started way back in Eden. Eve was cause, that's no fib. She wahooed Adam for a rib. What did Pocahontas say the minute she met John Smith? She hollered, wahoo, wahoo, wahoo. Gonna take us on home. Wahoo! Thank you very much. My first meeting with Dave Stenshoel, and those of you who've played music with him will get this. I moved to town to Minneapolis in 1988, and I was busking in Uptown, and this long-haired, skinny guy came up to me and said, "Do you know any Cajun music?" And I played a Cajun tune. He said, "Do you know any Western swing?" And I played some Western. He said, "Do you know any Celtic music?" And I played some. He said, "Do you know anything Balkan?" And I was going, "Who is this guy?" And I said, "Do you play music yourself?" He said, "Yeah." So we traded numbers, and that's what we did together. We played all those kind of things. It was great. So I think it's only fitting that we feature a fiddle tune now that we know you can hear the fiddle with Tom Schaefer over here, because I know Dave liked to play old-time music too. So here's what is the classic called Sally Gooden. Schaefer sounded good. The last time I saw Dave before all this happened, before the pandemic set in, I was attending, and so was Dave and Ann were attending a belly dance show. And it was in winter, and Dave sat down right in front of, or we sat down behind them, and Dave was just taking off that big overcoat, and he had this beautiful black cowboy shirt with pearl buttons and roses embroidered all over it in red. And I said, "Oh, are you on your way to or from a gig?" And he said, "No, this is what I wanted to wear." And I thought to myself, the fact that he would wear a cowboy shirt to a belly dance show is again one of the reasons that Dave and I think kind of got along well musically. So that's why when they said put together a set of Western and Gypsy swing, I felt like it would be okay to wear a cowboy shirt and a beret. Because I don't know if Dave ever wore that combination physically, but musically he wore it all the time. And so here's one more Western swing standard in the key of G, little San Antonio Road. Deep within my heart lies a melody, a song of old San Antonio. When dreams I live with memory, beneath the stars all alone. It was there I found beside the Alamo, enchantment strange as it blew up above on that moonlit path. Go. Still hears know, still live in this heart all alone. And that moonlit path by the Alamo calls back my Rose of San Antone. She's my Rose of San Antone. Well, it didn't take long for me to figure out that there was really a lot of people in this community of folks who have played with Dave that would have no trouble putting together a half-hour setup that featured both Western swing and gypsy swing. I've always felt like there was a big connection between the two. And once again, just to point out who these fine folks are over here on the fiddle, it's Tom Schaefer. On the drums is Joe Stanger. On the bass is Eric Lillestall. On the guitar is Brian Barnes. And on the pedal steel is Joe Savage. We also want to thank Chris Freimeyer and his crew for doing an amazing job. It's probably a 14-hour day for these guys, miking every kind of musical instrument imaginable. And thanks to the members of Boyle and Lead for providing drums and amplifiers up here. Great stuff. Thanks a lot. So we're going to move into the gypsy swing end of things, and I still remember one night going to a small session at Dave's house on a snowy winter night over on the West Bank, where he said, oh, we're just going to get together and read charts. And I didn't really have any experience doing that. And I'm sure what I did was drag them into reading all the most basic overplayed tunes in the chart book. And Dave seemed as happy as a clam playing those all night long. Just a little testament to how kind he was with his music and how welcoming he was to other people playing around him. He introduced me to a lot of great folks. I got to know Clint Hoover that night. I got to know Michael Valentiner and Dean Harrington because of that experience, and his band called Honeysuckle Rose, which is what we're going to honor now with a little tune called Swing Gitan in G minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you so much. We're going to do one more in honor of... What's that? Stretch. Stretch. More music.
We don't know anymore.
Well, some of you remember Dave's band, Honeysuckle Rose, so here we go. entertainment, folks.
Sugar babe. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stretch. Everybody stretch. We're given this time to stretch. Get up out of your seat if you haven't been dancing. Let's stretch. Oh, that feels good. It feels so good to have everybody here doing this. It really does feel good. Thank you to the folks here at the Celtic Junction, Cormac and his whole crew for facilitating this. I'm going to stand up for the rest of the time. I think we need a little love song, a little song about love that would be common in both the Western swing and the Gypsy swing sphere. How about in the key of C, fellers? A little old-fashioned love. Got that old-fashioned love in my heart. There it will always remain, like an ivy clinging vine, cling a little closer all the time, through the years and the fears just the same. I've got that old-fashioned love in my heart. Nothing will tear us apart. Dry land will turn to sea. You'll never see a change in me. I've got that old-fashioned love. And an old-fashioned pedal steel guitar player sitting next to me on the stage. like a knotty clinging vine. Cling a little closer all the time to the tears and the years. Just saying, I've got that old-fashioned love in my heart. Nothing will tear us apart. Dry land may turn to sea, there'll never be a change in me. I've got that old-fashioned love in my heart. Yes, now dry land may turn to sea, there'll never be a change in me. I've got that old-fashioned love in my heart. Thank you very much, old-fashioned love. Are we still stretching? Maybe it's time for us to do that Richie Havens thing. Sometimes I feel like a... We can keep stretching. One more. Okay, I'm going to try to find something that everybody up here knows. That would include Tom Schaefer, Joe Steinger, Joe Savage, Brian Barnes, and Eric Willistal. And maybe me. Maybe I'll pick one that I know too. How about the key of F? Just rhythm changes in the key of F. I hear you talking. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I hear you talking, yes I do, but your talking don't ring true. I'm listening politely too, and I don't believe a word you say. I hear you talking, yeah you're talking lies. I can see it in your eyes. But now I done got wise, and I don't believe a word you say. Say I'm your honey love, everything you're dreaming of. I can hear you talking tough, but you ain't fooling me. I hear you talking, yes I do, but you talking don't ring true. I'm listening politely too, but I don't believe a word you say. What do you believe, Joe? meant to play that. I've heard him do it before.
Well, you say I'm your honey, love, everything that you're dreaming of. I hear you talking of, but you ain't fooling me. I hear you talking, yes I do, but talking don't ring true. I'm listening politely too, but I don't believe a word you say.
Nice dancing over there. Thank you very much. I'm Dan Newton. It's been a real pleasure to be a part of this wonderful occasion. Stick around. Lots of amazing, mind-blowing music coming up. And thanks again, Chris. And the
music for something else. And it's music for something else. It's not music for a phalange. It is not music for repetition. This is not music for mediocrity. David was not about music for mediocrity. David was about music with a quick wit and being right on the thing.
many of you probably knew that David, besides all the other things he did, which was countless, he had a really deep, incredible love for Middle Eastern music. And we were all very lucky to perform with him for many years. Mariam and I started the group Robayat back in the late 80s. And we were joined by Tim Sparks and David for many, many years. We played many gigs together. And so I'd like to introduce on the violin today, Laura Harada. On vocals and percussion, Mariam Yousafzadeh. And on oud, David Burke. And I'm Tim O'Keefe. So thank you guys for coming, and I hope you enjoy the show. And then after this, we'll have the Arabic ensemble come on. They're sitting here waiting. So, all right, here we go.
این قصه خوردن جازش بردن شبش قشنگه شبش قشنگه پر زدن اون برای یه لحظه دیدن بیتابی و دیوونگی و به تو رسیدن پر زدن اون برای یه لحظه دیدن بیتابی و دیوونگی و به تو رسیدن بذار از روی لبها یکیشونم نگفتم شب و بیداری و به یاد کن چشم و نخفتم ولی درهای دل توی سینه ما بیقراری هزار من مردن و واسه در هم چشم انتظاری به هر صدای پا مثل دیوونه ها از جا پریدن اسیر دلوره همه شب تا سهر دیوونه داری این دل سپردم ازش مردن تبش قشنگه دبش قشنگه این قصه خوردن ازش مردن شبش قشنگه شبش قشنگه پر زدن اون برای یه لحظه دیدن بیتابی و دیوونگی و به تو رسیدن پر زدن اون برای یه لحظه دیدن بیتابی و دیوونگی و به تو رسیدن تا به کتاب عاشقان تو شاعری که قصه سازه یه قصه تازه بسازه کتاب عاشقان شده یه قصه تازه میخواد که قصه تقدیه که تو سر به زل بندازه میخواد تو شاعری که قصه سازه یه قصه تازه بسازه تو با شب تو خاطرم میخوابی، تو با صبح تو خاطرم میایی، تو هر شب خواست من آخری یار، تو هر صبح خواست من اولی یار. نمیشه دلم آروم نمیشه، عاشقه دلم پر از آتیشه، تو شاعری که قصه سازه، که قصه یه تازه بسازه، تو شاعری که قصه سازه، که قصه یه تازه بسازه. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's see.
So now we're going to play another one of our. That was a medley of pieces called Indel Lely Maj.
No, we just did that.
That's what I said. That was what we played. Now we're going to play a very beautiful, sensitive tune.
Yeah.
Like me, very sensitive.
Very sensitive.
Hey, Dean or Chris, can I get a little of my? A little bit of my. Can I get a little of myself in the monitor? Just a little tiny bit. Before we jump into this, I got to tell you guys one quick story about David. The first time I met David was many, many years ago, and we're talking about, it's got to be the late 70s. And I was down here visiting. I hadn't actually moved down here full time yet. I'm from northern Minnesota, but I was coming down here a lot, living for a while. But I was over in Dinkytown, and I saw this wild-haired guy playing on the street over there with a 5-string violin, which I've never even seen before. And I was just starting to be really in love with Irish music at the time, which I hardly knew anything about. And he was playing kind of Irish music there on the street, and I went over and I said, there was this one tune I was really in love with at the time, Kid on the Mountain, the slip jig in 9/8 time. And I went over there, I said, you don't by chance know Kid on the Mountain, do you? He said, of course I do. And he jumped into this really gorgeous rendition of this really awesome tune, which is pretty tough to play. And I said, wow, that was incredible. I gave him as much money as I could. And then within a few years, and then, I was visiting. And then within a few years, we're playing in bands together and doing lots of different things. And I just want to thank David for, so many wonderful musical moments we had over the years, like so many of you have.
So many. So many. So many variations on the theme.
Yeah.
When he had to play alone, when he had to play with just Tim and me, just as a trio, he always figured out a way to fill the sound, fill the music, play all his strings at the same time. What do you need? Chris, David Burke is on mic 2. There we go. جان مریم چشمتو وا کن منو نگاه کن در اومد خورشید شد هوا سفید وقت اون رسید که بریم به صحرا آی نازنین مریم جان نازنین مریم جان مریم چشمتو وا کن سری بالا کن بشیم روونه بریم از خونه دونه بدونه بکنه با این غم ها آی نازنین مریم جان نازنین مریم باز دوباره صبح شد من هنوز بیدارم های کاش خواب میدیدم های خدا خواب میدیدم گوشه غم توی دلم صد جوونه دونه بدونه دل نمیدونه بکنه با این غم ها های نازنین مریم جان نازنین مریم بیا رسید وقت دروز یار منی از پیشم نرو بیا سر کارمون بریم درو کنیم گندم رو بیا رسید وقت دروز یار منی از پیشم نرو بیا سر کارمون بریم برو کنیم گندم رو نازنین مریم جان نازنین مریم آی نازنین مریم جان نازنین مریم جان مریم چشمتو وا کن منو نگاه کن در اومد خورشید شد هوا سفید وقت اون رسید که بریم به صحرا آی نازنین مریم جان نازنین مریم آی نازنین مریم جان نازنین مریم
Thank you.
We got one more to do, and again, this is the group of Rubaiyat. Rubaiyat, we were founded a long time ago.
88, 89, 88.
Yeah, something like that. Anyways,
aging
Thank
ourselves.
you all for listening, and coming right up after this is the Arab Orchestra.
نمیتونم قسمت بر دور بنده نمیتونم به سلام دور مرده نمیتونم دمی بینو نشیدم نمیتونم بی تو نشینم وای دو پایون دو پایون تا یازونم به درگی دو پایون تا به نازم به زلف یارم بی نظیره لباش جوغ ماغ شیره بگردم دور چشماش برقا برق شمشیره جونم میاد عمرم میاد میاد دوا و خودم دورم میاد یواش 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 میاد صدای پاش پرسی نکن یارم چیره پای دلم زنجیره آخ زلف یارم بی نظیره لباش جوغ ماغ شیره بگردم دور چشماش برقا برق شمشیره زلف یارم بی نظیره لباش جوغ ماغ شیره بگردم دور چشماش برقا برق شمشیره. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Again, Mariam Sousafzadeh. Incredible.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now the Arab ensemble. Okay. Thank you guys so much. Muhammad Lulu on the accordion. The incredible Laura Harada on the violin, the beautiful, incredible cocktail. What a great group. And now we're going to feature Rachel Malloy and Mr. Russell Packard, who Russell Packard was one of the people. In fact, I have on stage with me two of the people who made Arabic music happen in the Twin Cities for decades, and most people never even knew about it. But there was a thriving Arabic music scene in the Twin Cities for a long, long time. Thanks to Cassandra Shore, and Russell Packard, two people who spearheaded the biggest, most popular Arabic groups in town here and continue to push Arabic music, in town and make things happen. So keep an eye out for other happenings if you like this music. Okay, now on to Lama Beda Yatathana. This is a sing-along in 10/8, so just, just get in the spirit of it.
Rahim Shah
Nowytski
Rachel Malloy, Russell Packard, and Russell on the nice solo. We have one last tune now, a very up-tempo tune called Longa Farafaza, or otherwise known as Longariat. It should be lots of fun. Thank you guys so much. Laura Harada on the violin. Kim Salisbury, violin. Russia Paco, nine. Don Doring, nine. Miriam Gerberg, Kanun.
Tim O'Keefe, ladies and gentlemen, Tim O'Keefe. Thank you so much.
Scott Davies, oud. Dave Burke, oud. Muhammad Lulu, accordion. Steve Space, percussion. Rick Casada Shore on various things. And Rachel. Thank you guys so much. Have a great afternoon.
So, as you may have guessed, I'm representing the Eastern European contingent today. That was from Bulgaria, and that is really my first connection to David Stenshoel. He, in fact, is at the confluence, and the music that we're doing, that Scott and I are doing today, are at the confluence of ethnic dance theater, which is how I know David, and Boiled in Lead, which is how Scott first heard David. And in fact, Scott has said, we were even talking about this in the green room, that David and Boiled in Lead are actually responsible for us getting together because of that. So he wouldn't have gotten into Balkan music had it not been for David and BIL. So it's kind of great that they're coming up next. It's a nice little spot. So we're just going to do a few short tunes before BIL comes up. And so like I said, that one was a Thracian tune from Bulgaria about a little lamb that lost his mom in the marketplace. I know. We're going to do a Bosnian love song next. This is the narrator is talking about how, I would love to have been seeded and been a carnation so that I could be planted under my loved one's window. This is Scott Keever, by the way. I'm Natalie Nowytski. And boy, what an incredible day of music. Thank you so much for all of you for being here. And what a beautiful way to remember David. The last song that we wanted to do is actually something that a few of us, including a few of you in the audience, played with him during his hospice sessions. This is a Hungarian lullaby, and I like to think of it as a divine lullaby because it's the characters in it are the Virgin Mary and baby Jesus, but really I feel like it's more of a spiritual metaphor, and it's really beautiful. It's a very sweet piece. And when we were doing the hospice sessions together, of course, he was playing oud. He was learning to play oud. So he played along on this, which normally he wouldn't have played when he was playing fiddle. So it was really cool that we got to do this with him. Let's just do it. This is altato. Okay. Good. Thanks. Broiled and Lead is next.
When Lovell was riding all across the misty mountain, two merchants, their money they was counting, drew out a pistol, never gave them a warning, robbed them of their money, and they bade them both good morning. Oh, the devil's in the women, so they say. How the devil can a fella let them be? Gone to the public house, counted out his money, called on the landlady saying, send in pretty Polly. While they were talking and thinking of no matter, she stole away his pistol, she filled it up with water. Oh, the devil's in the women, so they say. How the devil can a fella let them be? While Lovell and Polly were taking their sweet pleasure, in come the troopers crying, Lovell, you must leave her. For a long time you've been on the road to the gallows. Come along with me, young man, and be a decent fellow. Oh, the devil's in the women, so they say. How the devil can a fella let them be? Hey, hey. For the pistol, but they wouldn't fire the water. They lathered him well, they gave to him no quarter. Oh, Polly, she cried, if I'd have known they were coming, I'd have fought them like a tiger, Lovell. I am a woman, oh, the devil's in the women, so they say. How the devil can a fella let them be? Hey, hey. Two brothers, they're in the Marines. One of them's in Chatham, the other is at sea. They're both brisk and lively lads, champions of folly. I'd rather they was here today than you, deceitful Polly. Oh, the devil's in the women, so they say. How the devil can a fella let them be? While Lovell was climbing up the old gallows ladder, cried out so gaily for his highway cap and feather. I've always been a lively lad and never murdered any. Now I think it's bloody hard to swing for lifting a bit of money. The devil's in the women, so they say. Oh, the devil can a fella let them be? Oh, the devil's in the women, so they say. How the devil can a fella let them be? Oh, the devil's in the women, so they say. How the devil can a fella let them be? Oh, the devil!
Thank you. We are Dean Magraw, Marc Anderson, Todd Benton, I'm Drew Miller, and in from Madison, Biff Boyer. This is Macedonian.
Shit. Thanks, folks. I wonder if the one and only Jane Dauphin is in the building. Why, Jane, come on up. Jane Dauphin, folks.
Gorgeous, people, gorgeous.
Song from Mr. John Van Orman. Here we go. The western borders of Minnesota have beds of granite that can't be moved until they're broken into smaller pieces, and that is how I am moved from you. It's not for reason of broken promise, nor for the pain that talk might remove, not change of mind or taking of chances, no explanation that's owed by you. But for the holy peace of true loving, the sense of knowing what we might do, while admiration for what you're doing has been no comfort here without you. Thanks very much. From John Van Orman. Laura MacKenzie. Do you mind coming to the stage, please, Laura MacKenzie? Today, we learned all about Laura's rooster. Her foster rooster. She had a lot of foster roosters on her roster. Done. There might be more, but I ain't doing So I'm by myself and everyone, all right?
In talking with David, we realized that this was probably one of the first mashups that he ever created for Blood and Lead to do. This is The Wild Rover, the old Irish song, but there's a little chaconne by Pachelbel added in from a late 50s jazz Bach record. So here we are, Laura MacKenzie singing.
I've been a wild rover for many's the year, and I spent all my money on whiskey and beer. But now I'm returning with gold in great store, and I never shall be called wild rover no more. Wild roving I'll give over, wild roving I'll give o'er, and I never shall be called wild rover no more. I went into an alehouse I used to frequent, and I told the landlady all my money was spent. I asked her for credit, she answered me nay, saying customers yours I can get any day. Wild roving I'll give over, wild roving I'll give o'er, and I never shall be called wild rover no more. I went into my pocket, pulled out sovereigns bright, and the landlady's eyes opened wide with delight. She said, I have whiskeys and wines of the best. Through the words that I spoke, they were only in jest. Wild roving I'll give over, wild roving I'll give o'er, and I never shall be called wild rover no more. I'll go back to my parents, confess what I have done, and I'll beg them to pardon their prodigal son. And if they'll caress me as oft times before, then I ne'er shall be called wild rover no more. Roving I'll give
Once again, thank you so much for coming. I'd like to thank Mr. Chris Freimeyer and Mr. Cormac O'Shea for doing the sound. Thank you so much, brothers. That's hard work, and you did it, and we really love you and appreciate you for so many things, and today that's one of the things. So thank you so much. Give it up for them a little louder this time. I said, You give it now. Give it. This one's for Davey, this one's for Ann, this one's for you, this one's for me. We're going to get heavy with it. Here's another one Davey smoked. He let it fly. He opened his heart in music. He lived, he breathed. Music. Music came to him during hospice. Music came to him as a child. There was always the music. Everybody say, Davey. That's not loud enough. Say Davey. Yeah, I think he hears us. We're going to get nasty now with a thing by entitled The Sunset.
Sunset Reel, folks, traditional Irish music, handing down the tradition at Celtic Junction. Jane, would you please join us again? Jane Dauphin, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have Jane sing one for us now. Great old song. Oh, Guns is next. No, Jane, out! Jane, move. Or are you playing the gun? No Guns? Yeah, let's play the Guns. Forget what I just said about Jane, except all the good stuff. Oh, you're on it? All right. 2 reels, the Hunter's Purse, and the Guns of the Magnificent Seven. Well-oiled machine. God damn it.
If Laura hadn't kicked her leg, we would never have stopped.
Ladies and gentlemen, Laura MacKenzie's leg. She's, you know, she's a yuck taken, she's a brass lassie. She's a brass lassie, there's a brass lassie right there. There's another wee lassie right behind the drum kit as well. She's a lassie. Most of that was out loud, so I'm going to have to apologize for that.
Okay. Oh, this is where Laura puts on her bagpipes, people.
Yeah, the Scottish small pipes.
Oh, I'm in love.
That's okay.
From Derry we sailed away on the 23rd of May. We're boarded by a pleasant crew bound for America. Fresh water there we did take on 5,000 gallons or more. In case we'd run short, going to New York, far away from the Shamrock shores. So fare thee was, sweet Liza dear, and likewise to Derry town, and twice farewell to me comrade boys who dwell on that sainted ground. If fortunate ever should favor me, or I'd have money in store, I'll come back and wipe the lassie I left on Paddy's green Shamrock shore. We sailed 3 weeks, we were all seasick, not a man on board was free. We were all confined unto our bunks, with no one to pity poor me. No father dear, nor mother kind, to hold up my head when 'twas sore. All which made me think more on the lassie I left on Paddy's green Shamrock shores. So fare thee well, sweet Liza dear, and likewise to Derry town. Twice farewell to me comrade boys who dwell on that sainted ground. If fortune it ever should favor me, or I to have money in store, I will come back and wed the lassie I left on Paddy's green Shamrock shores. So we finally reached the other side in 34 days. We were taken as passengers by a man and led round in 6 different ways. We each of us drank a parting glass in case we might never meet more. So we drank a health to Ireland and Paddy's green Shamrock shores. So fare thee well, sweet Liza dear, and likewise to Derry town, and twice farewell to me comrade boys who dwell on that sainted ground. If fortune ever should favor me, or I to have money in
find the harmonium?
So remember, cut out third time. It's just me and that guy. Yep, totally. Everybody got it. Yep. Catch this.
Well said. Well said. Dean Magraw, music for a found harmonium. I think we found it.
Gonna be making your wedding dress, wedding dress, wedding dress. Gonna be making your wedding dress. prettiest thing you've ever seen, ever seen, ever seen, prettiest thing you've ever seen. Oh, little lonely girl, don't you guess, wanna be making your wedding dress, wedding dress, a wedding dress, wanna be making your wedding dress. Ready-made, trimmed in red, stitched all around with a golden thread, golden thread, a golden thread, stitched all around with a golden thread. Gonna be making your wedding dress, wedding dress, a wedding dress. Gonna be making your wedding dress. Already made, trimmed in white. I'm gonna get married on Saturday night, Saturday night, Saturday night. Gonna get married on Saturday night. Wanna be making your wedding dress, wedding dress, wedding dress. Wanna be making your wedding dress. Already made, trimmed in white. Gonna get married on Saturday night. Saturday night, Saturday night, gonna get married on Saturday night. Gonna be making your wedding dress. Said she didn't say no, all she did was sit and sew, sit and sew, sit and sew. chez des danso. Thanks very, very much, folks. Wedding Dress, Roscoe Holcomb via John Van Orman into my ear, 1978. All right. All music tonight, every single note for David. But this song is also for Susie. In April, when your barge sailed through, I fell in love with you. Alas, my paramour, alack, you're a stranger to me till the test comes back. The microorganism, the microorganism. Dive in the gene pool, don't you swim. Down to where the light grows dim. Flail, my fishies, flail if you can, but avoid the microorganism man. The microorganism, the microorganism. Now it's caffeine, sugar, and THC are all the doctor's gonna find in me. When they do the autopsy, microorganism won't get me. The microorganism, the microorganism. God is good and God is great. God's a big invertebrate. God made the river to change its route, but he won't pull the microorganism out. A microorganism, a microorganism. The cowslips bloom and the bluebells too. Here's advice I'll give to you. Rattle your sword before you strike. Never kiss anyone you like. The microorganism, the microorganism. Thanks, folks. the microorganism. All right, I do believe it's time. If we have friends of ours who would like to take the stage once again from all the various ensembles that would like to participate in these last couple of tunes.
Yes, so if you look on the Boil and Lead website, you will see something called the Oud and Hospice Sessions. As you may know, this is how David chose to spend the last time that he had with the surgery making it impossible for him to play violin and saxophone. Miriam Gerberg lent him an oud, and that's what he played, and played, and played, and played. Anne became a booking agent, and everybody who has been on stage here, just about everybody who's been on stage, came out to the house and played music, and it's all been documented, and the Oud and Hospice Sessions will continue. There's many, many more hours of music that was made that is yet to be seen. This is a piece by Simone Shaheen called Waving Sands, and this is the first thing that David learned when he picked up the oud. Tim O'Keefe and Laura Harada.
What happened? You grown,
It's removable.
Well, thank you everyone so much here. I know that David knows what we're doing because he told us what to do and we did it. And thanks so much to everyone here at Celtic Junction. Chris Dronin for multitrack, Chris Freimeyer for main sound, Pete McCauley and the crew for video. This is on YouTube and you can watch the whole thing. If you missed a part, you can see it again. And thanks everyone for coming.
Also, special thanks to Cormac and Natalie O'Shea for their generous...
everything.
Their generous everything at the Celtic Junction Arts Center.
Yep. The only place where this could have been done. All right, one more. This will be our last number. Jamie Across the Water. and farewell, David Stenshoel.